This is what the late summer or fall gives you an opportunity for. These plants that are biennials, these plants that are perennials, they're bringing nutrients down into their root system to store up so they can survive the winter and thrive in next spring. Well, if you can get that time period where the plants are bringing things down into the roots, here's a great opportunity to take something like Milestone or something like Tordon, put it on the plant and let it bring that down into that extensive root system, and you can wipe that plant out for good. There's so many guys that have tried, well, I've always sprayed in the spring, but I didn't get it done this year. Now I'm going to spray in the fall. That's the last time they ever think about, well, I just have to do all my spraying in the spring, because those fall treatments work so good that many times in the spring you're like, where are the weeds? My pasture looks awesome. This is great. I love fall treatments. And you think about it, when do you have the most time to do things? In the fall, before harvest, you've got a period of time that you're really not doing anything out in the field anyway. You may be getting equipment ready, but you're not out in the field doing other things. In the spring, as soon as it warms up in the northern part of the U.S., we're going. We're doing tillage, we're putting on fertilizer, we're planting, all those things. So you have a lot more time to do things in the fall.
And I think about this for all non-crop areas, whether it's pasture, ditches, fence lines, everywhere. Now is a great time to spray. Milestone's the very best thing. If you want the best possible thing on all thistle species, your product's Milestone. If you want the best possible thing on leafy spurge and a lot of woody species, it's Tordon. There's also Chaparral out there that's really good for woody species. So, I mean, those are the products we'd rather have you use. If you want to keep using 2,4-D or dicamba, you certainly can do that, but then you're treating every year at least once or twice a year. So just invest the money, at least in the patches, at least where you've got the worst stuff, and then you really thin things out, and all of a sudden you're going to have a great pasture or ditch or fence line for a long time.
Okay, that does make a lot of sense. Some of the treatments that may cost a little bit more money, if you're just looking at, hey, I've got 160 acres of pasture and I've got 2 acres of patches of really bad perennial weeds. Wow, if you're going to spend even $20 an acre on those patches, divide that out over your full 160, and you're not spending hardly any money at all per acre.
Right.
So definitely control weeds in the patches first before they spread across your whole acreage.
Well, once again, fall is a great time to control weeds in your pastures and any non-crop areas, but we would just encourage you, do it a couple weeks before your first big frost. When you do it early enough, then you've got the opportunity for all those great products to get down into the root systems rather than having the plant affected by the frost first.
And speaking of weeds that you have to get under control in the fall, our Weed of the Week is certainly one of them. We'll show you how to stop this tough weed later in the show.